how's it going, all you guys and girls in the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loom train. It's me, it's JJD, JJ Double J, the Illuminator here. Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames, but we won't get into that right now. Today I was thinking, does anybody remember an electronics store called Circuit City? Now, back in the day, Circuit City was around in my neck of the woods, even before Best Buy. But Circuit City was one of those places that was smaller compared to Best Buy of today. I can remember mostly going in there for stuff to do with TVs and VCRs and stuff like that. And of course, I'm going back to, the late 90s, even the early 2000s. But the story of not Best Buy, but the story of Best Buy, they have a wonderful story, and they're doing well, and that's a conversation for another day and another cup of coffee. But for Circuit City, the story goes that Circuit City's demise had to do with bad management, as usual for companies. But now, as the story goes, they had to save money because of businesses like Best Buy moving in and things like that. So the bad management started where they needed to cut costs, and by cutting costs, they started by eliminating a lot of their full-time help. Their full-time employees found themselves without a job. They were basically told either they were going to be cut down to part-time and lose their health benefits, or they can go, looking for a job elsewhere. And many of them went for a job elsewhere because, as many people know, you cannot pay bills on a part-time job. You cannot end up getting any type of health benefits on a part-time job for the most part. And that's the whole thing about part-time, that these companies don't want to pay health benefits. So they cut down on a lot of their full-time employees, which made the clientele that they got to replace these people were not of the same caliber, if I should say it that way, if I can say it that way. The people who replaced these people in part-time positions were basically people that had no knowledge of, a lot of them anyway, had no knowledge of anything there. It was only a part-time job to them, so they didn't care to learn. And usually in situations like this, customer service goes down because now you don't have people that have a zest for work. They don't have a love of their job because they have nothing to gain other than the money, and they have everything to lose and nothing to lose sometimes. And if you know what I'm talking about, part-time employees sometimes are different than full-time employees when it comes to their work ethic. So customers noticed this, and it was kind of like one of those vicious cycles because they didn't care about their jobs for the most part. The customers didn't get the same customer service, so they stopped going, which caused more people to leave and more part-timers to come that cared even less. And as you could see where this is going here, eventually they couldn't compete anymore. And, it's along the same lines of the pizza parlor that, prices go up so on their costs, so they make the pizza prices go up. And what happens is people don't buy as many pizzas, and pizzas don't buy as many peoples. But people don't buy as many pizzas or sandwiches, so prices go up again to make up the difference, and even less people go. And before you know it, they're out of business because that's not good business sense. Raising prices because you're not getting as many customers is the wrong thing to do. You need to get the customers other ways, have things that other people don't have. But anyway, we're not talking about pizza. So Circuit City ended up being part of the demise around here and everywhere. They went out of business, and I kind of miss it back in the day. They had some good people there. Do you know anyone that worked at Circuit City? Do you remember Circuit City? Put your comments below. I'd love to read them. Oh, well, thanks for listening. I love you all. Take care. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.
Please, sir, I want some more.